वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम व्यासाय रूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ओम श्रीराम ओम नमस्तेस्तु भगवान् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ताराय नमः शंभवे च मयोभवे च नमः शंकराय च महेश्वराय च नमः शिवाय च देवराय च ओम नमः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ओमापदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। ओम नमोस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रमानिलेभ्यः नमोस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण शत्रुघ्नेभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमदध्यात्मरामायण महात्म्यान्तर्गत श्रीराम श्रीरामस्य प्रणाम मंत्रः। ओम रामं विश्वमयं वन्दे रामं वन्दे रघुद्वहं रामं विप्रवरं वन्दे रामं श्यामाग्रजं भजे। यस्य वागं श्रुतश्रूतं रम्यं रामायणामृतं शैलजासेवितं वन्दे तं शिवं सोमरूपिणं सच्चिदानन्दसन्दोहं भक्तिभूतिविभूषणं पूर्णानन्दमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं शङ्करं स्वयं अज्ञानध्वान्तसंहर्त्री ज्ञानालोकविलासिनी चन्द्रचूडवचश्चन्द्र चन्द्रिकेयं विराजते जयति रघुवंशतिलकः कौसल्यानन्दिवर्धनो रामः दशवदननिर्धनकारी दाशरथि पुण्डरीकाक्षः अप्रमेयत्रयातीत निर्मलज्ञानमूर्तये मनोगिरां विदुराय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अथ श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत श्रीमदध्यात्म रामायणं बालकांडं प्रथम सर्गा श्रीराम हृदयं प्रार्थना मंत्राः। ओम यः पृथ्वीभरवारणाय दिविजैः सम्प्रार्थितश्चिन्मयः सञ्जातः पृथ्वीतले रविकुले मायामनुष्यो व्ययः निश्चक्रं हतराक्षसः पुनरगात् ब्रह्मत्वमाद्यं स्थिरां कीर्तिं पापहरां विधाय जगताम्। तं जानकीशं भजे विश्वोद्भवस्थितिलयादिषु हेतुमेकं मायाश्रयं विगतमायमचिन्त्य मूर्तिम् आनन्दसान्द्रममलं निजबोधरूपं सीतापतिं विदिततत्त्वमहं नमामि। पठन्ति ये नित्यमनन्यचेतसः शृण्वन्ति चाध्यात्मिकसङ्गीतं शुभं रामायणं सर्वपुराणसम्मतं निर्धूतपापाहरिमेव यान्ति ते अध्यात्मरामायणमेव नित्यं पठेद्यदिच्छेद्भवबन्धमुक्तिं गवां सहस्रायुतकोटिदानात् फलं लभेद्यः शृणुयात् स नित्यं पुरारिगिरिसम्भूता श्रीरामार्णवसङ्गता अध्यात्मरामगङ्गेयं पुनातिभुवनत्रयम् अध्यात्मरामगङ्गेयं पुनातिभुवनत्रयं पुनातिभुवनत्रयम्। हरि ओम। Salutations to Bhagwan Rama, Bhagwan Shiva, Bhagwan Vyasa, to all our gurus. In this Adhyatma Ramayanam, where Ramayana Katha goes on one side and it is shown to us in the Adhyatma Rupa, only to train us. Let the Vyavahara outside go on. You focus on the reality which is in and through that permeating, percolating. That is called the living of Jivan Mukti. In the BALA KANDAM, Prathama Sargam, Sri Rama HRUDAYAM, Uma Maheshwara Samvadam. Then on Lord Rama's order, Sita gave Hanumanji the Rama Parabrahma Swarupa Lakshana, herself as Mula Prakriti. Then she is the one who is doer of everything, not Rama, but those who are Abudhaha, Avivekinaha, they superimpose it on Rama. The Parabrahma Rama, Rama Parabrahma, Nagachati, Natishtati, ityadi. Then Ram Bhagavan himself took on himself to give the essence of the entire Vedanta Jnana to Hanumanji and to us. And while this Jnanam is given and the theme of this Jnanam is being understood, the entire Rupanama, whether it is of The Desha called as Ayodhyadi, the Kala as Treta Yugadi, the Vyakti as Sita, Rama, Hanuman, Ityadi. All of them are transcendent. What is spoken about is Paramatma, Maya, Maya Kruta, Sakala Rupanamatmaka Jagat. From that angle, this teaching of Bhagavan Rama is going on. So he took the example of Mahakasha, Jalavachinna Akasha, Jalagata Akasha Pratibimba or Bimba Pratibimba Akasha. So too the Mahakasha is Parabrahma, Sachidananda Lakshanam. Jalavachinna Akasha is Atma in me. Jalagata Pratibimba is the reflection of the Atma in the Hamvritti as Chidabhasa. Then Chidabhasa Tadatmya, that Ahamvritti, identifying with the mana, the prana, the buddhi, the chitta, and the deha, becoming a complete jiva. And he is the one who is now talking to you and now listening. Here he is talking, there he is listening. Then sadhana or discussion or inquiry is what? At this level, whatever the jiva is doing are superimposed on Atma. Only to say that you yourself don't do or don't do those things from which you cannot deny the kartrutva. And do only those things, having done which you can say it is done by the jiva in me, not me the self. So what it is said? Savasa buddhe kartrutvam. सो मैं कर्ता भोक्ता हूं ना अभी या क्यों कौन है कर्ता भोक्ता साभास बुद्धि द अहम वृत्ति विद आभास that is what is doing not the atma or me. So what you have to do, I am not the doer, that thought I have to develop. And we have spoken on this topic some months back. Only for the dharma karma and punya karma we can say I am not the doer, not to the adharma karma and papa karma. Because those karmas will haunt you with the karma fal. I give you an example also. Like when appreciating my work, somebody gave me a good reward. And I can say, and then this reward is, I have done this work because of this person. Like my people who come to the class, please give that 10,000 reward which you are giving to me to them. Talia baja ke, it is given to you. You can take it. Again, the other day, the court police lawyer came and they awarded me the death punishment for my crime. Then I tell ki yaar last time 10,000 mila, so I told our people give. Now the death punishment also give to them. Nahi hota. This is what the entire beginning of Valmiki Ramayana. That's what the Saptarishis or Narada asked Valmiki, why are you doing this, Papa? Then he said, to feed my people. Then go and ask, will they take part or partake the Papa also? He went asked, and they give such a clear-cut Satya Upadesha, his own family members. You have to feed us, that is your dharma. And to feed us through the chori is not our idea. We can't take Papa of that, it is yours only. And that he made him realize. Then immediately gave up the people and his Baba Karma and took Ramanama and became Shuddha and had Rama Darshanam and blessed with the knowledge, and he gave the Valmiki Ramayana. Continuously, the Aham Vritti, Chidabhasa Yukta Aham Vritti, with its powerful habit of coming under the influence of vasanas and having so many desires, the Sarvila Buddhi and Mana, and executing the actions to fulfill the desire through Dehendriya. So much it is going on that I am not pausing to say that there is a witness in me who is witnessing all that. So साक्षी चैतन्य जो मैं हासिल में हूँ उनका आइडेंटिटी बढ़ाना इज वेदांत साधना. Forgetting that I am the witness, becoming only an karta bhokta is the height of samsara. Catch this point. So, sabhasa buddhehe kartrutvam avichinne avikarini sakshini aropyate. Why? Bhrantya. And that karta vokta is jiva, and that jiva bhava is superimposed on the atma. And who is atma? Me. Who is jiva bhava? Me. See the trick of it. It's not that the आत्मा बैठा हुआ है, ये जीव जाकर उसके ऊपर गिरा है. ऐसा नहीं होता. I alone am a sakshi without doing anything through any upadhi. I alone am the doer with no upadhi. So what is the trick here played by the Shruti Mata? कि भाई तुम अकर्ता भोक्ता होके मुक्त होने के बजाय you are becoming baddha through being karta and bhokta. Why do you want to do that? This is what is the thesis. Then one by one. Abhasaha Mrusha. We explained yesterday. The reflection of consciousness in the Ahamvritti is unreal. That Ahamvritti is Buddhi. That is Avidya Karyam. That is only the outcome of the ignorance. How much our Ahamvritti is felt, it is out of ignorance only. Every matter is Avidya Karyam. Then Avicchinnam to Tad Brahma. That Brahma never became two as Mahadakasha and Jalavachina Akasha. महद ब्रह्म उधर है, आत्मा इधर है, ऐसे दो कभी विच्छिन्न नहीं हुए. दे आर ऑल एक. विच्छेदस्तु विकल्पितः. I told you that I am the Atma, and then I have to discover my Brahma Bhava is spoken only to shift my identity from the Jiva to the Atma. That Vichchedaha, that is Atma, that is Brahma, is all Vikalpa. Vikalpa is a facilitation. Our main goal is to discover I am the Atma, not the Jiva. Thereafter, making this Jiva or making this Atma, Brahma is milli-microsecond work. Because the moment you look at around, everything same, तो time ही नहीं लगता हो. Is it not? River coming up to the ocean is a big travel. The moment it enters the ocean, it becomes one with the ocean. So आत्मा ब्रह्म बनने में टाइम नहीं लगता, जीव आत्मा में बनने में टाइम लगता है. बनना मतलब discovering myself with the self, not the karta bhokta jiva. And actually you have to become akarta bhokta, and then you discover the self in me. You have to wake up from the dream and say I am waker. Being in the dream, you can't say I am waker. And when you wake up, you will not say you know the experience. So to wake up from the Jiva Bhava to the Atma Anubhava, then you will not say that I am not Jiva, I am Atma. You are that. In meditation that is done. But meditation के लिए सारा डेटा कलेक्ट करके बैठना पड़ता है. Now, अवच्छिन्नस्य पूर्णेन एकत्वं प्रतिपाद्यते तत्त्वमस्यादि वाक्यैः च स आभासस्य अहमः तथा. This is what I said yesterday. The Mahavakya Upadesha. Mahavakya Upadesha is what? Tattvamasi is Mahavakya. Tat, tat, tvam, you asi. You are that. And that is Ishvara. And you are Jiva now. So Jiva is Upadhika Atma. Ishvara is Upadhika Brahma. So when from the Ishvara the Upadhi is removed, he is Brahma. From the Jiva is Upadhi removed, he is Atma. And Brahma, Atma are one. That is the meaning of Tattvasi Mahavakya. So what they do, that is Ishvara, first they talk. Who is Ishvara? They discuss. He is Brahma with his Ananta Shakti is Maya. That Ishvara, Tattpada ka Ishvara ka artha is called as Vachyartha. Tattpada ka artha Ishvara is a literal meaning. But with literal meaning of Tat as Ishvara, Tvam as Jiva, Asi means oneness can never be established. Why? Because the Ishvara is Sarvagnya, Jiva is Alpagnya. Ishvara Sarva Shaktiman, Jiva Alpa Shaktiman. Ishvara is Sarva Vyapakaha, Jiva is Alpa Vyapakaha. Ishvara is Sarva Sarva Prabhu, everything is under his control. Jiva cannot have it. Therefore, how can Asi means both are one is established? Therefore, either the Shruti must be wrong, or we may have to think in a different manner to accept or understand what Shruti said as right. Generally, Shruti will never speak wrong. So we have to think and understand. This is how they inquired on Tattvasi Mahavakya. Then they thought, what is Ishvara now? They discussed. Literal meaning Ishvara. Then the Maya Shabrita Brahma Tattva. Maya के द्वारा व्यक्त परब्रह्म ही ईश्वर है. So the Upadhi is Maya. Through Maya, Brahma Tattva is Ishvara. So what did they do? The तत्पद के जो वाच्यार्थ ईश्वर है उसके अंदर के दो भाग किया, माया एंड ब्रह्म के रूप में. Then what it did, that's called Bhagatyaga Lakshana. In the Tatpada, the Maya, the Upadhi is kept aside, Brahma is kept aside. Then they came to Tampada, Twampada. Twampad may be, what is Tvam? Jiva. What is Jiva? Jiva is Upadhi plus inside the Atma. Atma through the Upadhi is Jiva, no? तो उन्होंने इन दोनों को भी अलग किया. Then what did they do? Kept the Jivas, Avidya either and the Atma here. Then there, the Maya and Brahma here, Avidya and Atma. Maya ko udhar, Avidya ko idhar. They left. They observed. The Brahma there, Atma here. They found that both are of same Lakshana of Sachidananda. That means what? For understanding the oneness of Jiva and Ishvara through the Mahavakya of Tattvamasi, we cannot take the help of Vachya Artha. There is some other Laksha with which it is told. And what is Laksha Artha? Through the Bhagatyaga, the Brahma in the Ishvara, Atma in the Jiva, you take it. So Jiva Brahma Drushti se dono ek hai. ब्रह्म आत्मा दृष्टि से दोनों एक है. जीव ईश्वर के दृष्टि से one is ruler, another is ruled. Is it not? Everywhere is so. Like my body's functions, your body's functions are different, but matter-wise दोनों एक है. My mind, intellect, senses, functions yours different, but their matter-wise दोनों एक ही. अंदर जाओ, in me the Chaitanyam, in me you the Chaitanyam, they're all one. This is how through Tattvamasi Mahavakya, the Brahma behind the Samashti Jagat, the Atma behind the Vyashti Jiva are one. So Jiva Brahma Aikya is achieved through Atma Brahma Aikya. Chidabhasa is found to be Murusha, then Ahavrutti is found to be Maya Karyam. In this knowledge, when established, problem is resolved. What is the resolution of problem? Resolving or solving? I am the Brahma, all pervading, expressing through every upadhi, including this upadhi also. While doing so, I have not become Jiva or Ishvara to the extent of forgetting my actual Sarup of Brahma. That is a realization. So after that, Aikya Jnanam Yada Utpannam Mahavakyena cha Atmanoha, when the self here and self there is found one through the Mahavakya Jnanam, tada avidya swakaryaihi cha nashyateva na samshayaha. Then the avidya called Maya with its swakarya of creating the upadhis disappears. So this is very sublime Vedantic thought. I am not taking all the time to detailedly explain that. कभी कभी थोड़ा हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि in the Vidya of Atma, there is no samsara. Only in the avidya of the Atma, in the ignorance of self, immediately the karana and karya happens. The karana is Maya, the karya is all the gross and subtle. Variety, infinite of things. So when the Tattvamasi Vahakya contemplation, say, The Atma Vidya, Brahma Atmaikya Bodha happens in us. Vidya came. When the light comes, how can there be darkness? So when the Vidya came, Avidya gone. Avidya is the Karana, and its Karyas are the entire world. All that goes. Understood? So not knowing the rope as rope is Avidya. It's called Karana. Then we saw the snake, it is called Karya. When the rope is known as no rope, called Vidya. Remove the Avidya of the rope. Then the Avidya Karya, the snake also goes. So I am the waker. This is the Atma Vidya. That is not known. That is Avidya. That is a Karana. Projected the Karya called the dream. Entire dream world. The moment I wake up, Atma Vidya or Vakar Vidya happened. Avidya gone. Then Avidya is a Karana. The Karya of the Avidya was a dream, it gone. What to do to come out of all problems of dream? Wake up. From the waking standpoint, look at the dream. It's all Maya, Mithya, non-existing. I am the always waker. Before dream I was waker. After dream I was waker. In the dream I was projected as dreamer. And on me only the dream is projected. The waker mind. How? By taking the help of the ignorance of the waker. If the ignorance has not come of the waker, there is no dream. Same way, the self alone is real. Not knowing the self as it is a cause from where the Sthula Sukshma Jagat of infinitude is projected with all its substantialness, solidity. When you are seeing the waking world and are experiencing all these solid things, because of which you say that it is so real, you have to refute this thought in your own heart with understanding that in the dream also every experience appear to be so real. वहाँ भी खून खराबा होता है, वहाँ भी दर्द दिल दर्द जिगर होता है. There also fire burns your body. There also the water wets and you get drowned in that. Don't we experience everything? Solid it is in the dream for the dreamer, the dream world. When you wake up, what reality you give it to that? That's what our Taittiriya Mandukya Upanishad we have studied in the Vaitatya and Advaita and Alata Shanti Prakarana. That example of the dream, be attentive, should help us to reduce the notion that because I am experiencing the gross world, therefore it must be real. That notion को निकाल देना उस examples. And in the dream, everything was real to me. And everything is unreal is realized only when you wake up. So too, when I wake up to Atma Tattva, anyway I will know all this is unreal. But to wake up, I have to give up the importance given to it. No. So to give up the importance, I have to compare it with the dream. Thus devalue all of them. What is required in the life as sadhaka is devaluing the world and valuing the Paramatma. Outside and inside and innermost. When you do that, you can recognize the self. This valuing is called as Dhyayato Vishayan. In the Bhagavata class, we just now chanted or studied. Because जिसका वैल्यू करते हो उसका ध्यान करते हो और जिसका ध्यान करते हो उसका वैल्यू बनता है. Is it not? Whatever you value, you think about them, people in your life. And those people whom you don't think at all, like a Swami, never remember because there's no value of him in your mind. बेचारा स्वामी जी जिंदा है कि मर गया है, शाम को देखेंगे, जिंदा है तो दिखेंगे ना क्लास. बेचारा आज भी जिंदा है, खाना खाया कि सोया, no thought will come. But what about your children, grandchildren, family members? 24 घंटा ध्यान, because value for them. जिसका वैल्यू करो उसका ध्यान होता है, और जिसका ध्यान करो और रियल लगता है. अनरियल है तो भी जगत. But if you value the self and do the dhyan, the self doesn't become real. Self is realized as real because always real. By the way. Okay? Then he says, Aikya Jnanam Yada Utpannam Mahavakyana cha Atmanoho. Through the Mahavakya Vicharana, when the Aikya of the Brahma Atma happens, avidya, ignorance, swakaryahi, with the entire world of gross, subtle, causal, individual and total, nasyatyava, goes away, na samshaya, there's no doubt. This is what is Rama Hrudayam, that's it. Only the 5 things that are there, 4 or 5. One is the example of these 3 things, Mahakasha, Jalavchinnakasha, Jalagata Pratibimbakasha. Here also, Purna Brahma, Atma, Jiva. Second point is what? All Karta Bhokta is Jiva, but superimposed on the Atma. Third one is what? Through Tattvasi Mahavakya, through first Sakshi Bhava, come to the Atma and discover the Atma alone is Brahma. When this is discovered, surprisingly what happens? Like when I discover I am a waker, suddenly the dreamer me, the dream world in me, the dream people, the dream persecutions, in the dream also you imagine the God, you pray to the God. Sara jalayate. So too, through Tattva-Samavakya, when I discover Aham Brahmasmi, the Maya Karya, God. Karke dekho. This is what Rama Hrudayam. This is what Rama is teaching to Hanuman. Ever etad vijnaya, having known this. But who will know this? Mad bhaktaha. Only those who have the bhakti for me as Rama avatara, taking him as Ishvara, at whose feet the Jiva Bhava is surrendered. And the higher level, Mad Bhakta is the Brahma Bhakta. When you take Mad or Rama means Brahma. So, etad vigdaya Mad Bhakta, Mad Bhavaya upavadyate. Such person will come to my being called as self. This word comes so many times in Gita, Bhagavatam, ityadi. Now, the next 2 lines are बहुत powerful. This we are discussing in our other classes also. What he says here, ki mad bhakti vimukhanam hi. Those jivas, you and me, sadhakas, okay? Samsari. When we are vimukha to the Bhagavan and upasana to him, which Bhagavan? Rama Bhagavan, the Saguna Sakara Ishwar. वो जो भगवान के भक्त उपासक नहीं है and shastra gartes muhyatam, and those who are getting deluded in the deep valleys or the kuwa of the variety of shastra, to them na jnanam, they will never have the knowledge, nacha moksha syat, they will never get the liberation, tesham janma shatairapi. Even hundreds of lives also you spend without upasana, only studying Shastra, Vedanta, Ham Brahma, without upasana, he will never have the jnanam, never have the moksha. That is why even it is an Upanishad whose theme is Parabrahma Jnanam, Taittiriya Adi, they are going on telling in the 8 Anuvakas the upasana, and the 9th Anuvaka the outer activities for the inner Chitta Shuddhi. That is why we are saying, जितना भी तुम ब्रह्मज्ञानी वेदांती हो, विदाउट ईश्वर कृपा अनुभव विल नॉट कम. जितना खुद पढ़ते रहो फिर भी. That is why you see every day we are chanting Shankara Bhagavan's written stotra. Out of 3, 2 stotras are talking Brahmajnana only. See in that Jagannath Ashtakam, Jagannatha Swami Bhavatu Mama Patha Gagami. Oh Jagannath Swami, please be the shower of path to me. For what? In the earlier 3 lines, what was told is Brahmajnana. मेरा इस ब्रह्मज्ञान मार्ग में आगे ले जाने के लिए आप मेरा पथगामी बनो. कौन? जगन्नाथ स्वामी. Didn't we study in all that Janardana Ashtakam, Narayana Ashtadasha Shloki? Please remember, at the highest level of Tattvasi Mahavakya Shodhana, other than Brahma Tattva, there is nothing. There is no doubt. There, the Kena Upanishad, Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi na idam yadina upasate. But in the same Kena Upanishad, please remember, where it is said, there is no Upasya Brahma, only Parabrahma alone is there. Same Upanishad towards the end, did it not teach us the Upasana? Tadha tadvanam nama tadvanam iti upasitavyam. उपासन करने को बोला वहां, 3 तरह का उपासना दिया वहां. And who taught this Brahma Vidya to Indradi, Uma Himavati? Sa Brahmeti Uvacha, Brahmano va etadvije mahiyajamiti. Hare Uma, Shruti Mata, Vidya Rupini. She only gave Brahma Vidya to Indradi. They can't know it by themselves. Therefore, please remember, Shastra hai, Guru hai, Ishvara hai. ब्रह्म जानने तक, ब्रह्म जानने के लिए, ब्रह्म जानने के बाद भी ब्रह्म ही शास्त्र के रूप में, गुरु के रूप में और परमात्मा ईश्वर के रूप में है. दिस इज द trick in the Vedanta which we have to abide by. Now, this is another interesting sloka of Vivek Chudamani. When I tell that, I have quoted it a year back also. You will understand. What Bhagavan Shankara says, Vivek Chudamani is, Yaar, if you don't know Paratattva, your Shastra Jnanam is waste. His sentence. Second, if you know the Paratattva, your Shastra Jnanam is waste. Therefore, you should study Shastra. See these 3 sentences. Avijñate pare tattve, Shastra adhiti to nishpala. Vijñate vi pare tattve, Shastra adhiti to nishpala. Hare, therefore what to do? Shastra adhyayana. परमात्मा को नहीं जाना तो शास्त्र वेस्ट, जाना तो भी शास्त्र वेस्ट. When you listen these two, what it tentatively makes us catch, therefore don't study Shastra. But the conclusion is, study Shastra only. How? Because only through Shastra Jnanam you will know Paramatma. Then to know Paramatma, you have to stop the Shastra later on. Because in Paramatma there is no Shastra. So Vijñate bhi pare tattve Shastraditi nishpala, because when you know the self, there is no need of Shastra. Then Avijñate pare tattve Shastraditi nishpala, then why are you studying? If not to know the self. So till you know the self, you study Shastra. Then to establish in the self, you drop the Shastra. Drop the Shastra means what? Don't get lost only in the intellectual apprehension. Come to experience. Once you experience, what you speak is Shastra only later on. That's okay. In the same way, Shastra, Guru, Paramatma means Ishtadaivam are very much there at every moment to push us toward the sadhana till we reach. After reaching, out of gratitude, that we have to worship the Paramatma, extend gratitude to Guru and do the prachara of the Shastra. देखो these 2-3 कहावत होते हैं ना कि जिस नाव से आए हैं आप पार करके उस नाव को तोड़ना नहीं चाहिए, जिस थाली में खाना खाया उसके बाद उसको तोड़ना नहीं चाहिए. So to that Guru Ishvara, without them you can't know truth. Never. Bhagavan says, Mad bhakti vimukhanam hi shastra garteshu muhyatam na jnanam na cha moksha hasyat tesham janma satairapi. Clear? This is how this Rama HRUDAYAM, where Sita ji spoke only 4-5 shloka, Rama spoke only 8-9 shloka, essence of entire Upanishads. If we, with so much of attention paid, if you study, contemplate, meditate. हो गया. Now Bhagavan's last shloka is what? Idam rahasyam hrudayam mamatmanaha mayeva sakshat kathitam tavanaga madbhakti hinaya shathaya natvaya datavyam aindradapi rajatodhikam. Idam rahasyam, this very sublime secret, mukti giving jnanam. Hrudayam mama atmanaha, this is my own hrudayam. This is my heart. This is what me is actually. Maya eva sakshat katidam tava. I only gave this knowledge to you. Anagha, O sinless Hanuman. Like Gita. 9. Idam tu te guhe tamam pravakshami anasuyave. Jnanam Vijnana Setam Yajnata Moksha Se Ashubhat. Bhagavan says the same. This is my Hrudayam. That is why this particular first sarga is titled as Rama Hrudayam. Bhagavan Ram ने ही इसको टाइटल दिया Hrudayam. Hrudayam means what? That two things. Ayam means this Deha Adi. Hrut means which is looting away Paramatma. Is it not? Where the looting of Paramatma happening? By the Deha in the Hrudayam only. Again, Hrut Ayam means what? Ayam again is Paramatma. Hrut means in the heart you can loot the Dehadi and can realize the Paramatma. हृदय में ही परमात्मा को जीव के देह के रूप में देखा जाता है। फिर हृदय में ही देह को देह तादात्म्य को छोड़कर परमात्मा को देखा जाता है। इसलिए हृदय व हृदय ध्यानम है ना, सयेशोंतर हृदय आकाश हृत्पुंडरीकम विरजम विशुद्धम, एवरीथिंग टॉक्स अबाउट हृदयम हृदय। सो टू गीता, गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्मात् हृदयात् विनिश्रुता। गीता में हृदयम पार्थ, भगवान से अगेन अगेन। भागवतम इज इज हृदयम, रामायण गीता इज इज हृदयम, so this is Rama Hrudayam. So Rama, you see him as a body or a Manushya Avatara, but that Manushya Avatara Rama, where is he? In his own heart. So in his heart, what is Rama? This Brahma Tattva. Same is in your and my heart also. When I go beyond the Pancha Koshas, in that also Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manamaya transcended, Anandamaya not entered. In the Vijnamaya, where is a Hrudaya? When you go into that, there we will find the Brahma as me. That Taittiriya Upanishad will teach us. We will study from tomorrow. So, idam rahasyam mama atmanaha hrudayam maya eva sakshat katidam tava. I only sakshat taught you, a anaga sinless Hanuman. What you have to do? You meditate and realize yourself. Same time, mad bhakti hinaya. The one who is having no devotion to me, Shataya, this Shata word in our came in morning, Vidur Niti also. No Jiddhi hota hai, never gives up his opinions and all. Na tvaya datavyam, should not give it. And this jnanam is Aindradapi Rajyatha Dikam. When we establish in the Atma Jnana Brahma Jnana, the Sukha Ananda is much more than Indrapada, Chandrapada, Suryapada, even the Brahmapada also. Same Gita. Idam te nadavaskaya nabhaktaya kadachana nacha shushushave vachyam nacha mamyobhya suyati. Ya idam paramam guhyam ya imam paramam guhyam mad bhaktesha vidasyati bhaktimay param krutva mame vaishya sasamshayam nacha tasmad manusheshu kaschinme priya krutamaha bhavita nacha me tasmad anyaha priyataro bhuvi. Adhyashyate cha ivam dharmyam samvada mamayoho jnana yajnena tena aham ishtah syam iti mevati. What a beautiful shlokas they are. Contemplate on that deeply till we transcend the Rupanama and the Avidya which is leading to this Rupanama. And that happens through on the contemplation seat, using this knowledge, we discover the Vidya or Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya or Paramatma. Dekho, this will be again tomorrow, very beautifully taught to us by Lord Krishna. ये अहम अहम वाला ना कोई ठिकाना नहीं इस बेवकूफ का, लेकिन एक एक रूप लेता जाता है, खुद ही सफर करता है। उसको ठिकाना भी कब लगाना, कैसे लगाना, अपना उसका स्वरूप क्या है उसमें जाकर बैठा। टुमारो इट विल कम। अमूलमेतद बहुरूप रूपितम। That shloka is very powerful. That complements this discussion. हो गया? श्री राम जी gave Rama Hrudayam, Sita just taught. Now Shri Mahadeva Uvacha. Bhagavan Shivaji is teaching this to Parvati ji. He says, Etatte vihitam devi Shri Rama Hrudayam maya ati guhyatamam hrudyam pavitram papashodanam. Hey Devi, etatte avitam. This is what I taught you. Shri Rama Hrudayam maya. By me you are taught. Ati guhyatamam. It is secret than the secret. Because nobody wants to study. Even they study, don't understand. Even they understand, don't want to meditate. And when they try to meditate, it is so deep that they can't go into such a deep level. Some or the other vasanas push him outside. Therefore, it always remains either totally away from you or only as a theory. That's why it's called as Atigukyatamam. Then Hrudyam. Hrudyam means most beautiful. हृदय मतलब जो हृदय को आकर्षित करने वाला. हृदय मीन्स मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल. पवित्रम. पवे भवात भयात त्रायते. पवे भयात मीन्स the thunderbolt of Indra. Thunderbolt of Indra does only one work of killing. So Bhavehe Bhavat Trayate means it protects you from the hitting of thunderbolt of Indra means Mrityu. So Pavitram is मृत्यु से बचाने वाला. टेक्निकल वर्ड है पवित्रम. वन मीनिंग प्योरिफाई करने वाला पवित्रम. बट पवेहे भयाद त्रायते. पवि मीन्स इंद्रास वज्रायुधम. इंद्रास वज्रायुध से लग गया तो मृत्यु होती है. तो पर मृत्यु भय से तारण करते हैं, इसलिए पवित्रम कहा. पवित्रम पापशोधनम. ये पाप अज्ञान जीव भाव उपाधि तादात्म्य पाप पुण्य all that are removed if this knowledge is deeply contemplated. हो गया. साक्षाद रामेण कथितम सर्व वेदांत संग्रहम यह पठेत सततम भक्त्या समुक्तो नात्र संशयः. साक्षात रामेण कथितम. Direct Sri Ram only gave this to Hanumanji. Sarva Vedanta Sangraham. It is the essence of all Vedanta, of all Upanishads. Ya Patet Satam Bhaktya. Whoever studies this regularly, Patet means not only chanting, studying and contemplating with bhakti, with Shraddha. Sa Muktaha. You will be liberated from his Jiva Bhava. Natra Samshaha. You have no doubt. You need not have any doubt. Then see, Falashruti में मुक्ति मिलेगी साथ में कि you will be redeemed from all the earlier done papa. So ब्रह्म हत्यादि पापानि बहुजन्मार्जितानि अभे नश्यन्त्येव न संदेहः रामस्य वचनं यथा. जिसका राम का वचन है ज्ञान. ज्ञान देते हुए राम ने ही और एक वचन कहा. What did he say? कि ब्रह्म हत्यादि पापानि बहुजन्मार्जितानि. You have done so many lives, so many Brahma Hatya Papa, Nashyantyavana Samshayaha, all of them will be destroyed with this Jnana. This we will, Telugu people will study tomorrow. When they see Vidyate Hrudaya Granthi Shloka, like millions of murders he has done. Okay, but the one who has done himself died. What will happen to all those cases? You can't hang a dead fellow and you can't call his 5 children and hang them. Case closed. So too, the Ahankara did all Papa. Ahankara dissolved in Atmanubhuti. Therefore, there is no cases closed. This we'll study in Telugu tomorrow. थोड़ा आप देखो तो संचित भस्म हो जाएगा, आगामी नहीं रहेगा, प्रारब्ध शरीर के साथ खत्म हो जाएगा. That's called as how many number of papa you have done in the past, still in this Atma Jnana, they go away. In other words, if the Atma Jnana is not gained, every papa punya will result in giving samsara of janma marana through sukha dukkha. Now the last sloka of this Prathama Sarga Balakand. Sri Rama Hrudayam. ये तो बहुत घमासान बात बताते हैं यहाँ. क्या है? योति भ्रष्टोति पापी परधन परदारेषु नित्योद्यतो वा स्तेयी ब्रह्मज्ञ माता पितृवद निरतः. योति भ्रष्टोति पापी परधन परदारेषु नित्योद्यतो वा स्तेयी ब्रह्मज्ञ माता पितृवद निरतः. योगी वृंदापकारी यः सम्पूज्याभिरामं पठित्य हृदयं रामचन्द्रस्य भक्त्या योगीन्द्रैरप्यलभ्यं वदमिह लभते सर्वदेवैः सपूज्यं. This sloka to be talked for a long time. Little bit today, tomorrow thoda karke we'll go to second sarga onwards where the story starts. Yaha, whoever he may be, ati bhrashtaha, who has totally fallen to lowest level. Ati papi, extreme sins he has done. Sin ratna, sin bhushana. पाप करने में. परधन, अदर्स वेल्थ. परधारा, दारेशु नित्य उद्यतो वा, द कवेटर ऑफ अदर्स वेल्थ एंड ऑल. Steyi, Chor, Brahmagna, killer of the Brahmanas, Mata Pitru Vadhanirataha, killer of his own parents, Yogi Vranda Avakari, to the Jhund and Jhund of yogis, he has done lot of apakara in the past. All that much sinful person also, Yaha, Sampuja Abhiramam, having done puja to the Lord Rama, Avatara Rama, Pataticha Hrudayam Ramachandrasya. If they study the Rama Hrudayam Bhaktya with devotion, what will happen to him? Not only the upper above sins are cleared off, Yogindraihi api alabhyam padam. That moksha pada, which is not even achieved by the Yogindras also, ihalabhyate. In this very life he will get. Sarva devaihi sa pujyam. Then he becomes even worshipped by the devatas. Like we saw in the Taittiriya Upanishad, ki all the devata balimavahanti. That is the power of phala of this jnana, Brahma jnana. Now, this is said in this beautiful positive manner. This becomes complete when we study or understand it in a complementary manner, non-positive way. What is what? Therefore, if you and I don't study Rama Hrudayam and discover Brahma Tattva and get liberated, there is always chances and temptations in us to commit all these sins. And the result of each of the sin is so worst. The result of each of the path. Therefore, you, if with a widened mind, if you think in this world, anybody doing any worst of the crime, Mula Karanam is he is not having Brahma Jnana. Therefore, anybody is doing the worst of the crime, the only way for him to come out of it is Brahma Jnana. And this way, you see, if you don't have the Brahma Jnana, as a Jiva, you will go on doing one after the other Papa, which has no end or limit, in which even he will do the Mata Pitruvada, Yogi Vrunda Ani, and Paradara, Paradana Paharanam. See, कितने सारे पापों का लिस्ट है. स्तेई, चोर, ब्रह्मग्न, ब्राह्मणों को मारा, चोरी कर दिया, माता पिता को मारा, योगियों को दुखी कर दी, अति पापी, अति भ्रष्ट. That's the power of Maya which makes us do all that. Only way to get out of the Maya's clutches is know the self. Now each of us take this point seriously and contemplate to understand all those hundreds of things which could have been told, but with lack of time, the speakers don't tell everything. खुद को इसके ऊपर गौर करके ध्यान करके जो बताना चाहिए लेकिन समय के अभाव से नहीं बताए, उन सारे विषयों को समझना है. मेन पॉइंट तो बता दिया. Brahmagnana not only is an atonement for all the sins, but also it gives the Mukti Anand. Absence of Brahmagnana, not only you are Dukhi Jiva, but you will commit all this sin to get exposed to all Naraka. Main point. Or think about that. Over. Ite Srimad Adhyatma Ramayana Antargata Umameshwara Samvade BALA Kande Sri Rama Hrudayam Nama Pratama Sarga Sarvam Sri Ramachandra Charanaravindharmanamastu. So we took good number of 16-17 days to do the Rama Hrudayam. Total 27 plus 6, 33 days. Okay. Now from the second Sarga, we will only have the story, and wherever the Jnana Prasanga comes, we keep on telling. So that it's only reminder it will be. This Tattwa we already studied in other text or Adhyatma Ramayana. बताएंगे उसका अर्थ, but विस्तार रूप से नहीं बताने की जरूरत है, because you have already heard. Okay. सर्वं श्री रामार्पणम, श्री शिवार्पणम, श्री व्यासार्पणम. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परम ऋषिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः. Now let us do our Parayanas. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashastaya Sarvame Vinashnaya Trailokyanataya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Bhagyabdi Chandrika Bhakta Chitta Keki Gana Gana Roga Parvata Dambole Mutidara Kutarikaya Namo Namaha. ओम नासैरोगरैसोपीरा जपत निरन्तरमतवीरा। ओम श्री हनुमद्वीराय नमः। ओम श्री हनुमते 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 नमः। शिव मंत्र। ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 नृसिंह मंत्रम। ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च। ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च। ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च। ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. Now in our stotras, let us do some of the Mata stotrams. Today, Rajeshwari Ashtakam, then BRAHMARAAMBHIKA Ashtakam. We will try to chant. Let me edit. Give me a half minute at a time because I have to type it. Thank you for waiting. ओम अथ श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य कृतो श्री राजराजेश्वरी अष्टकम श्री माधव कृपया शास्त्रोक्त ब्रह्मानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम अतिशीघ्रता शीघ्रेण सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः च विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वप्रचारार्थं पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण निमित्तं च समस्त साधकानां भक्तानां आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यादि प्राप्त्यर्थं च. ओम अथ श्री राजराजेश्वरी अष्टकम्. ओम अम्भा शाम्भवी चन्द्रमौळिरबला अपर्णा हुमा पार्वती काली हैमवती शिवा त्रिनयनी कात्यायनी भैरवी सावित्री नवयौवना शुभकरी साम्राज्यलक्ष्मी प्रदा चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अम्बा मोहिनी देवता त्रिभुवनी यानन्दसन्दायिनी वाणी पल्लवपाणि वेणुमुरली गानप्रिया लोलिनी कल्याणी ह्युडुराजबिम्बवदना धूम्राक्षसंहारिणी चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अंबानो पुररत्नकङ्कणधरी केयूरहारावळी जाती चंपक वैजयन्ति लहरी ग्रैवेयकैराजिता वीणा वेणुविनोदमण्डितकरा वीरासने संस्थिता चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अम्बा रौद्रिणी भद्रकाळी बगळा ज्वालामुखी वैष्णवी ब्रह्माणी त्रिपुरान्तकी सुरनुता देदीप्यमानोज्ज्वला चामुण्डाश्रितरक्षपोषजननी दाक्षायणी वल्लभा चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अम्बाशूरधनुः कुशाङ्कुशधरी यर्धेन्दुबिम्बाधरी वाराही मधुकैटभप्रशमनी वाणी रमा सेविता मल्लाद्यासुरमूकदैत्यदमनी माहेश्वरी चाम्बिका चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अम्बा सृष्टिविनाशपालनकरी याद्याविसंशोभिता गायत्री प्रणवाक्षरामृतरसैः पूर्णानुसन्धीकृता ओङ्कारी विनता सुतार्चितपदा युद्धण्डदैत्यापहा चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अम्बा शाश्वती चागमादिविनुता ह्यार्या महादेवता या ब्रह्मादिपिपीलिकान्तजननी या वै जगन्मोहिनी या पञ्चप्रणवादिरेफ जननी या चित्कलामालिनी चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी अम्बा पालितभक्तराजरचितं चाम्बाष्टकं यः पठेत् अम्बालोलकटाक्षवीक्षललिता चैश्वर्यमव्याहतम् अम्बा पावनमन्त्रराजपठनात् अन्ते च मोक्षप्रदा चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी श्रीराजराजेश्वरी. I can tell the meaning also. It may take 10 minutes. Each of the stotra, I was feeling like that. Anyway, in short, fourth line is important. Chidrupa Paradevata Bhagavati Sri Raja Rajesh. Raja Rajeshwari is the Rupa of the Amma. In that Rupa, the Amba is Amba of the Sanskrit has become Amma in the South Indian languages. So that Amba behind the Rupa Nama is nothing but the Chidrupa Paradevata only. And her variety of Leelas, which are there, given to us in variety of the Devi Puranas, taking the help of them, here in this stotra, Bhagavan Shankara is praying to her to bless with the Atma or Brahma Jnanam or Mukti or Karuna or Kripa. So they're all, each of the line is praising her through one or the other Leela or story. Now you have to study that story or Leela of that particular Devi Purana to have the clear, complete details. Like she talked about Mahishasura, Mardini, Shumba, Nishumba. When you study that Durga Saptashati, all those things you will know. So, in this way, Karuna Purna Adbhuta Stotram to that Paradevata. And without that Jagadamba, Parameshwari, Paradevata, Chidrupa, Shakti Rupini, Adivara, Shakti's Krupa, Adhyatmic sadhana cannot happen. Therefore, Devi Upasana must be done. Bhagavan Shankara is teaching us. Amba Shambhavi Chandramaule Ravala Aparna Uma Parvati Kali Haimavati Shiva Trinayana Katyayani Bhairavi. Like this also with Raga you can chant. I don't know anyone. I thought just chant the words without mistake. But you can bring the raga and know the meaning and bring the bhava, enter into deep meditation. Mother will come in front and give darshan and touch her with her hand or head. Every papa, vidya, jnana, sab kshaname bhasma. These are the powers of these stotras. With that way, when we chant, we can be blessed with Bhagavan Shankara filled his tapashakti, jnana shakti in each of these stotras. With this idea when you chant, nothing like that. एक जन्म सिर्फ कहीं गुफा में बैठकर with बिजली of course, only chanting these stotras I want to spend the life. क्या मजा, क्या beautiful. One life only Brahma Sutra, one life only Upanishads, one life only Ityasa, Ramayana, Mahabharata, one life or 5 lives at least for all the 18 Puranas. So too, 1 or 2 lives only for the stotra. स्वामी इतना जिंदगी क्यों चाहिए आपको? मुक्ति नहीं चाहिए क्या? यार मुक्ति तो मिलेगी, है भगवान मजबूरी है देंगे ही हमको, बट भक्ति नहीं देंगे वो. वी हैव टू गेट इट. ओके, नाउ श्री भ्रमरांबिका अष्टकम. Brahmarambhika is the Shakti in Sri Shailam. Mallikarjuna and Brahmarambhika. There's only place where in one compound wall only both the Jyotirlinga and Shakti Pitha are there. Nowhere. That's why the most powerful place is Sri Shailam. The second of the 12 Jyotirlinga. Saurashtre Somanathancha, Sri Shailia Mallikarjunam, Ujjainya Mahakalam, Omkaram Amaleshwaram, Paralyam Vaidyanathancha, Dhakinyam Vivashankaram, Setubandhitu Ramesham, Nagesham Darukamane, Varanasyam to Vishwesham, Triambakam Gautami today, Himalaya Kedaram, Krishnesham Jivale, Etani Jyotirlingani, Swayam Brata Patenaraha, Saptajana Kritam Papam, Smaranena Vinashit. So second one is this Sri Shaila. In that sloka, in the sequence of the time, which came when, we don't know, but all the time concepts are meaningless because whenever required, it happens. The arrival of Paramatma. So this question of time is not important, question of the need. By the way, Om Atha Shri Adya Iti Shri Adya Shankaracharya Krita Shri Rajarajeshwari Ashtakam Atha Idanim Shri Adya Shankaracharya Krita Shri Bhramarambhika Ashtakam. Beautiful. And really, in that Brahmarambhika Mandira, there is some hole they made. In that कान लगा के सुनो, भंवरे का भ्रमर का ओंकार के रूप में माता रानी का आवाज निरंतर सुनाई देता है. With a devotion to mother, not to test her. Absolute faith, when you listen, you can listen. Brahmari Pramayam. Mother is doing that Brahmari. That Brahmari Kara is called the Laya of the Jagat or Samsara. Because when you say, oh, it is a pravrutti. Ooh, it is the Vikruti in the pravrutti. Is a nivrutti. Makara is nivrutti. That's why when you do the upasana on the ma matra, the onkara, the vairagya nivrutti happens. Onkara, the pravrutti. Ukara, modification. They're all again upasana. Okay, alag alag. We have not studied much. Thoda thoda. Now let us do Brahmarambhika Ashtaka Parayana with Shraddha, remembering that Sundara Divya Brahmarambhika Mata in that Adbhuta Sri Shaila Kshetra. Aha, I can see the mother in front. We stayed there a couple of weeks sometime. So mother yaad aati. Kitna sundar. Ah. Now start. Om, same tune. चाञ्चल्यारुणलोचनाञ्चितकृपां चन्द्रार्कचूडामणीम चारुस्मेरमुखां चराचरजगत् संरक्षिणीं तत्पदां चञ्चच्चम्पकनासिकाग्रविलसत् मुक्तामणिरञ्जितां श्रीशैलस्तवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये कस्तूरीतिलकाञ्चितेन्दुविलसत् प्रोद्भासिफालस्थलीं कर्पूरद्रवमिश्रचूर्णकदिरा मेदोल्लसद्वीपिकां लीलापाङ्गतरङ्गितैरधिकृपासारैर्नतानन्दिनीं श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये राजन्मत्तमराळमन्दगमनां राजीवपत्रेक्षणां राजीवप्रभवादिदेवमकुटां राजत्पदाम्भोरुहां राजीवायतपत्रमण्डितकुचां राजाधिराजेश्वरीं श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये षट्ताराङ्गणदीपिकां शिवसतीं षड्वैरिवर्गापहां षट्चक्रान्तरसंस्थितां वरसुधां षड्योगिनीवेष्टितां षट्चक्राञ्चितपादुकाञ्चितपदां षड्भावगां षोडशीं श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये श्रीनाथाद्रुतपालितत्रिभुवनां श्रीचक्रसञ्चारिणीं गानासक्तमनोजयौवनलसत् गन्धर्वकन्याद्रुतां दीनानाम् अतिमेलभाग्यजननीं दिव्याम्बरालङ्कृतां श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये लावण्यादिकभूषिताङ्गलतिकां लाक्षालसद्रागिणीं सेवायात समस्तदेववनितां सीमन्तभूषान्वितां भावोल्लासवशीकृतप्रियतमां भण्डासुरच्छेदिनीं श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये। धन्यां सोमविभावनीयचरितां धाराधरश्यामलां मुन्याराधनमेदिनीं सुमहतां मुक्तिप्रदानव्रतां कन्यापूजनसुप्रसन्नहृदयां काञ्चीलसन्मध्यमां श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये। कर्पूरा गुरुकुङ्कुमाङ्कितकुचां कर्पूरवर्णान्वितां कष्टोत्कृष्टसुकृष्टकर्मदहनां कामेश्वरी कामिनीं कामाक्षीं करुणारसार्द्रहृदयां कल्पान्तरस्थायिनीं श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये। गायत्रीं गरुडध्वजां गगनगां गान्धर्वगानप्रियां गम्भीरां गजगामिनीं गिरिसुतां गन्धाक्षतालङ्कृतां गङ्गा गौतमगर्गसन्नुतपदां गां गौतमीं गोमतीं श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये। श्रीशैलस्थलवासिनीं भगवतीं श्रीमातरं भावये। श्रीमातरं भावये। बोलो श्री भ्रमराम्बिका माता की जय। श्री मल्लिकार्जुन भगवान की जय। इति श्री भ्रमराम्बिका अष्टकम श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य विरचितम समाप्तम. Let us chant Shri Ganesha Kavacham. Today's Ganesh Day is going on 3-4 more days, that's all. Om Ata Shri Ganesha Puranantargata Shri Ganesha Kavacham Gauri Uvacha Yeshoti Chapalo Daityan Balye Vinashayatyaho Agre Kim Karma Karteti Najane Muni Sattama Daityana Vida Dushtaha Sadhu Deva Druha Kalaha Atosya Kante Kinchitvam Raksham Sambadhumarhasi Muniruvacha ध्यायेत् सिंहगतं विनायकममुं दिग्बाहुमाध्ये युगे त्रेतायां तु मयूरवाहनममुं षड्बाहुकं सिद्धिदं द्वापारे तु गजाननं युगभुजं रक्ताङ्गरागं विभुं तुर्ये तुद्विभुजं सिताङ्गरुचिरं सर्वार्थदं सर्वदा विनायकशिखां पातो परमात्मा परात्परः अतिसुन्दरकायस्तु मस्तकं सुमहोत्कटः ललाटं कश्यपपातो भ्रूयुगं तु महोदरः नयने बालचन्द्रस्तु गजास्यस्त्वष्टपल्लवौ जिह्वां पातु गजक्रीडः चुबकं गिरिजासुतः वाचं विनायकः पातो दन्तान् रक्षतु दुर्मुखः श्रवणौ पाशपाणिस्तु नासिकां चिन्तितार्थदः गणेशस्तु मुखं पातु कण्ठं पातु गणाधिपः स्कन्दौ पातु गजस्कन्दः स्तने विघ्नविनाशनः हृदयं गणनाथस्थो हेरम्बो जठरं महान् धराधरः पातु पार्श्वौ पृष्ठं विघ्नहरः शुभः लिंगं गुह्यं सदा पातु वक्रतुण्डो महाबलः गजक्रीडो जानुजङ्घो ऊरू मङ्गलकीर्तिमान् एकदन्तो महाबुद्धिः पादौ गुल्फौ सदावतु क्षिप्रप्रसादनो बाहु पाणी आशाप्रपूरकः अङ्गुलीश्चनखान् पातु पद्मस्तोरिनाशनः सर्वाङ्गानि मयूरेशो विश्वव्यापी सदावतु अनुक्तमपि यत्स्थानं धूमकेतुः सदावतु आमोदस्त्वग्रतः पातु प्रमोदपृष्ठतोऽवतु प्राच्यां रक्षतु बुद्धीश आग्नेयां सिद्धिदायकः दक्षिणस्यामुमा पुत्रो नैऋत्यां तु गणेश्वरः प्रतीच्यां विघ्नहर्ताव्यात् वायव्यां गजकर्णकः कौमेर्यां निधिपपायात् ईशान्याम् ईशनन्दनः दिवाव्यादेशकन्तस्तु दिवाव्यादेकदन्तस्तु रात्रौ सन्ध्यानुविघ्नहृतु राक्षसासुरभेताळ ग्रहभूतपिशाचतः पाशाङ्कुशधरः पातु रजः सत्त्वतमस्मृतिः ज्ञानं धर्मं च लक्ष्मीं च लज्जां कीर्तिं तथा कुलं वपुर्धरं च धान्यं च गृहं दारासुतान् सखेन सर्वायुधधरः पौत्रान् मयूरेशोऽवतात् सदा कपिलोजाविकं पातु गजाश्वान् विकटोऽवतो भूर्जपत्रे लिखित्वेदं यः कण्ठे धारयेत् सुधीः न भयं जायते तस्य यक्षरक्षः पिशाचतः त्रिसन्ध्यं जपते यस्तु वज्रसारतनुर्भवेत् यात्राकाले पठेद्यस्तु निर्विघ्नेन फलं लभेत् युद्धकाले पठेद्यस्तु विजयं चाप्नुयात् ध्रुवं मारणोच्चाटनाकर्ष स्तम्भमोहनकर्मणि सप्तवारं जपेदेतत् दिनानाम् एकविंशतिः तत्तत्फलमवाप्नोति साधको नात्र संशयः एकविंशतिवारं च पठेत् तावद्दिनानि यः कारागृहगतं सद्यः राज्ञा वध्यं च मोचयेत् राजदर्शनवेलायां पठेदेतत् त्रिवारतः स राजानं वशं नीत्वा प्रकृतेश्च सभां जयेत् इदं गणेशकवचं कश्यपेन समीरितं मुद्गलाय च तेनाथ माण्डव्याय महर्षये मह्यं सप्राह कृपया कवचं सर्वसिद्धिदं न देयं भक्तिहीनाय देयं श्रद्धावते शुभम् अनेनास्य कृता रक्ष न बाधास्य भवेत् क्वचितो राक्षसासुरभेताळ दैत्यदानवसम्भवाः इति श्रीगणेशपुराणे श्रीगणेशकवचं सम्पूर्णम्। ॐ आनन्दरूपकरुणाकर विश्वबन्धो सन्तापचन्द्रभववारिधि भद्रसेतो ये विघ्नमृत्युतडनामृतसौख्यसिन्धो श्रीमन्विनायक तवाङ्घ्रियुगं नतास्मः यस्मिन्न जीवजगदादिकमोहजालं यस्मिन्न जन्ममरणादिभयं समग्रं यस्मिन् सुखैकघनभूम्नि न दुःखमीशतो तद्ब्रह्ममङ्गलपदं तव संश्रयामः तद्ब्रह्ममङ्गलपदं तव संश्रयामः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Thank you very much friends for your time. Om Bhurvavah Swaham Pranaya Apanaya Vyanaya Udanaya Samanaya Brahmane Madhya Vandya Amrutavanu Uttara Vashna Mastavada Prakshana Achamana Tamula Nirajanan ओम नीलमेघ श्यामा नित्य जगन मोहना बाल गोपाल वेणुगान लोल वेदांत नवनीत चोरा भक्त जनाधार परम दयावान मुक्त गीतामृत दाता परम योगेश ओम न तत्व नारायण मंगलम गुरुदेव नाम ब्रह्मलोक येरी में गुरु पदवाक्य परमाता व्याख्याता बोल सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय राधावर कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय उमावर चंद्रचूड़ भगवान की जय श्री रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता समस्त सनातन वैदिक संस्कृति शास्त्र की जय वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि तुलसीदास रामायणाचार्य की जय वेदव्यास वैष्णव आज्ञवल्क्य शंकरादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय आज के आनंद की जय समस्त भक्त मंडली की जय नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम कीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम अम्बे में माता की जय बोल सिद्धि विनायक भगवान की जय अध्यात्म रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय। थैंक यू। राइट, सी यू टुमारो। हरि ओम ऑल। Today we concluded our Sri Rama HRUDAYAM. Thank you. God bless.